Oh, man. Yes, sir. Last video of the day. 10 laws you've probably broken without even knowing. Let's get straight into it. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Watch McQueen channel, man, because we post nothing but lit content every day, multiple times a day. Say it with me. We're posting lit ass content every day, multiple times a day. Ten laws you've probably broken without even knowing.
We've all done it. Ride down to the local coffee shop and sit in the parking lot and bum some free Wi-Fi. Some people actually buy a scone and sit inside to surf, but others just need to check their email really quick. And although it may seem ethically questionable, it's not really breaking the law though, right? Introducing the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. It says gaining access to hotspots that don't require passwords without the owner's consent could result in a 5-year felony charge. Back in 2005 and 2007, people in Alaska and Michigan have been charged with unauthorized access to unsecured wireless fidelity networks. One man in Florida got fined $400 and had to serve 40 hours of community service for sitting outside his neighbor's house with a laptop, siphoning off precious bandwidth.
Well, that's kind of understandable. Like, nigga, what are you doing outside my damn house, taking my Wi-Fi and taking my bandwidth? I pay for this damn bandwidth, and you taking a portion of it. Standing outside my house also looking like a goddamn creep. So, yeah, you deserve them damn 40 hours, nigga. And that $400. You could have used that $400 to get you some high-speed Wi-Fi.
The cake and gather their family around the table, but think twice about singing happy birthday, because technically you could be hit with a hefty fine.
What?
Companies have been claiming the rights to the song Happy Birthday to You since 1935. So, if you're in a public place that has a substantial amount of people consisting of more than just your friends and family, you've committed copyright infringement, and you need to pay royalties to Time Warner. This seems out of line, but in 1996, the American...
Nigga, I will go right in front of Time Warner and sing Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you, kiss my ass. Happy birthday to you, kiss my ass. Happy birthday to me. Time Warner, you can kiss my ass. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna run away. You can't stop me. There's no papers. There's no proof that I did this. ASCAP.
Authors and publishers, better known as ASCAP, actually got money out of the Girl Scouts of America for singing the famous song around campfire.
Wow. Taking money from Girl Scouts. You are such a man.
The sole owner of copyright to the song collects an estimated $2 million per year.
You really serve justice.
Fees, and they will continue to do
Time
so
Warner Cable.
at least the year 2030.
What?
Whatever you
No
do,
ass.
You better hold it in, because if you let one fly, you could be facing a trip to the slammer. No joke. In 2008, a man in West Virginia was charged with battery after he farted, then fanned the gas towards a police officer. He was arrested for battery. The charges were later dropped, but come on, he was arrested for farting? In Florida that same year, a 13-year-old middle school student was taken into custody for continuously farting in class. According to the police report, he was arrested for continual disruption of the classroom environment. If the he who smelt it dealt it rule still stands...
I don't know, being arrested that's definitely not worthy of being arrested, but if you constantly farting into class, you're disrupting everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? You're making a stink, especially for the nigga that unfortunately has to sit next to you. Like, you know, but it don't deserve no getting arrested. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? These are bodily functions at the end of the day, but I mean, you should definitely get sent outside the class. You maybe are sent home that day. You know, maybe you're threatened to get transferred to a different class if you don't obey the rules. But I don't know, nigga, something.
Officers should have arrested the person who reported it. Just saying.
Facts.
All you married folks out there thinking about cheating on your spouse, think again. If caught, not only will you get slapped by your significant other, you may also get slapped with some handcuffs.
What?
Adultery remains a criminal offense in 21 states. Massachusetts, Idaho, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Wisconsin consider adultery a felony, while in the
Damn.
other states it's just a misdemeanor. A woman from Batavia, New York, became the 13th person in history of that state to be charged with adultery when she was arrested for having sex with a dude that wasn't her husband. New York
Damn.
criminal law states a person is guilty of adultery when engaged in sexual intercourse with another person when either of the two has a living spouse. According to the law, an adultery conviction can get you up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. Not only is adultery illegal, but in some states like Florida, living cohabited out of wedlock is a punishable crime. You can just forget about your First Amendment right to free speech because in some states, you better watch your little potty mouth or you'll get jail time and a hefty fine. That's right, you can indeed be locked up for cursing in public. In Michigan and Oklahoma, if you use vulgar language in the presence of
Ain't nobody in them stupid ass states anyways, man. I'm just kidding. My niggas in Detroit, I love y'all, man. My niggas in Ohio or whatever state they just said, I love y'all too. But hey, ain't nobody be over there. That's the facts.
or child, that's 30 days in the county clinic.
Nobody give a damn about that. We ain't in Detroit or Ohio or wherever the hell you just said anyway. Ain't nobody over there.
On any public road, it's a class 3 misdemeanor. Check out Rhode Island, though. Their law states that anybody guilty of profane cursing can be fined a maximum of $5. It's like a statewide swear jar. If you register a fake name on online accounts, you could get 20 years in prison. So when you sign into your Facebook under the name MLG420 McSwaggerton, you've technically committed a crime. According to the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, hey, remember that piece of legislation? Using a fake name online is the equivalent to computer hacking. But the law will never enforce this, will they? Yes, they will, and they have. Multiple times. In 2010, a prison guard in Rhode Island was arrested after he admitted to posing as his boss on Facebook. The 27-year-old...
Okay, that's different, man. That's different. You trying to impose as your boss. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be your boss, nigga. Now, that's different, nigga. Now, that's just like, you know what I'm saying, identity theft. That's just, you just doing too much. But if what he was saying earlier in the explanation where anybody just uses a different username other than their name... then that would mean most of the people on the internet are going to jail. Which is not happening. I don't care.
Use of fraudulent information and had to pay $5.
But you know who does need to be taken to jail? Any of these girls who are using fake accounts to try and see if niggas are cheating or doing too much or you're snooping too much by having a different account and seeing what your man is doing or your significant other is doing. Those are the girls that need to be thrown they ass in jail. They need to be served. They need to serve. They need to serve some time and they need to be brought to justice. Because I'm tired of them hoes, man. I'm tired of that.
The state's victim...
And you niggas who be doing it too. Let's not sit here and act like niggas don't do it too. You pussy ass niggas. Get y'all asses thrown in there too, man. Good riddance.
Indemnity fund. In 2009, a 50-year-old woman was convicted of 3 misdemeanor charges.
Ooh.
She was accused of being a cyberbully to a 13-year-old girl while using a fake name on MySpace.
Oh.
You remember MySpace, don't you? The case actually went to trial because the teenager later committed suicide.
Damn.
If you have ever been given oral pleasure and you live in one of these 13 states, then you've broken the law. About a dozen states still have anti-sodomy laws, claiming that oral, anal, or any kind of homosexual activity can land you in jail. In 2003, the Supreme Court ruled that it's unconstitutional to prohibit consensual sex between adults, calling it a violation of the 14th Amendment. So that means you can do...
Man, I'm still sticking my dick in girls' mouths in Texas and everywhere, man. I don't give a damn.
As long as both parties agree to it. But the federal court ruling apparently didn't mean anything to some of these states. As recent as 2011 in El Paso, Texas, 2 men were kicked out of a Mexican restaurant by police for homosexual conduct. In 2008 in North Carolina, 2 men were arrested when police found out they were having consensual sex privately in their own home. Right now in Minnesota,
Wait, what?
2008 in North Carolina, 2 men were arrested when police found out they were having consensual sex privately in their own home. Right
Well, I mean, if it's in their own home, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Let the gay niggas do what they want in their own home. You can't just arrest them for that. If it was inside the restaurant, That's a different story. Get that gay ass stuff out of here.
There is a law that states that anyone, gay or straight, who voluntarily engages in anal or oral sex can spend a year in jail and pay a fine of $3,000.
Damn, 3 smackaroonies, huh?
Driving through the American landscape can be a joy for the entire
Can't pump your own
family.
gas.
But what happens if you ride through Oregon and New Jersey and you run low on octane? Don't even think about grabbing that pump. They have trained gas dispenser technicians to fill up your tank for you. Not only do gas stations insist on providing this service, it's also the law. Yep, in those 2 states, motorists can be fined $500 for lifting the nozzle and pulling the trigger themselves. In an age where full-service gas stations are a thing of the past, the local legislature still believes that the common driver is incapable of properly fueling his own vehicle. In states like Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey, they have very strict anti-graffiti laws. So if you're searched by authorities, you better not have any markers. Being caught with a bag full of spray cans, markers, or other graffiti-producing paraphernalia is a big-time no-no. In some states, no person under the age of 18 can possess a spray paint container or broad-tip indelible marker. You're probably thinking you can't get arrested for stashing a Sharpie in your shorts, but think again. In 2011 in California, sheriff's deputies performed a dramatic raid on a reformed graffiti artist's home, confiscating what they called vandalism tools, including stickers, art prints, and yep, markers. In Oklahoma City in late 2010, a 13-year-old was taken into custody by officers. A math teacher saw that he was using a permanent marker and subsequently called the police. Yes, they actually yanked him out of class and took him to juvie. Hey guys, if your ding-a-ling gets a little too excited in a public place, then you had better start thinking about baseball or something, or it's off to the jailhouse. It is illegal in 18 states for a man to have a visible erection that can be seen through the pants. Specifically in Indiana and Tennessee, there are prohibitions against showing a noticeably erect penis through tight or loose clothing. The law states that it is illegal to display covered male genitals in a discernibly turgid state. Discernibly turgid meaning boners at full salute. So don't just keep it in your pants, keep it flaccid and hanging low, or that bulge can land you in the big house.
Hey man, look, I'm keeping my penis real stiff and strong for these ladies, man. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna walk around with some gray shorts, some gray sweats, nigga. I don't care. But that's only around the ladies. I agree with this law when it comes to you niggas just walking around with your dick out, just like through the pants. It's like, dude, like nobody want to see that, bro. What are you doing, nigga? Anyways, man, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, man. I will see you guys in the next batch of videos.